Sam Sheridan from Sheridan Computers. We're going to be taking a look at another UniFi switch. This time it's the US-8-150W. I've previously done videos on the US-8-60W. There are a couple of differences, so while I've got this here, I'll unbox it and we'll go through and take a look at it together. Before we go any further, if you'd like to hire us for any projects, if you head across to our website at sheridan.co.uk, there's a hire us button. Click that, leave some details on what you're looking for, and we'll get back to you whether we can help you or not. You'll also find details on who we are, what we do, and some of the clients that we deal with. If you find this video useful, please go ahead, click the like button, consider subscribing to the channel. If you hit the notification icon, you'll receive any notifications of any new videos that we do. With that out of the way, let's head across and take a look at this switch. So this is the UniFi Switch 8 150W. It's a managed PoE plus gigabit switch with SFP ports on this one. It's fanless UniFi switch, delivers quiet, powerful performance with its 10 independent switching ports, sharing a total of 150 watts PoE, 8 gigabit Ethernet ports, offers 802.3 AF and AT PoE plus or 24 volts passive PoE, and 2 SFP ports which offer optical connectivity. So to say, this model is the US-8-150W. So scrolling down, we can see the 8 PoE Gigabit RJ45 port. The difference with this and the US-8-60W is obviously on that one only 4 of the ports are PoE. This one's PoE plus, and we also have 2 SFP ports on this version. Included accessories support any orientation for wall mounting or desk shelf mounting. We can see the image of that here. Sleek design obviously integrates with the UniFi controller. Wouldn't be much of a UniFi switch if it didn't. This one says advanced enterprise switching. It supports 802.1x authentication, dynamic and static VLAN tagging, port isolation, storm control, and guest control. Yeah, there's not much more on the website about that. So I say the main differences between this and the 60W are the 2 SFP ports, and obviously all 8 are PoE capable as opposed to 4 on the 60W version. So let's head across and take a look at the switch. So this is the switch. It's still boxed. Let's go ahead and take it out of the box. One did tend to come out easy. So in the box there's a European power lead. It does come with a UK one as well when you order it from Fogon, where we tend to get them from. We have the quick start guide, some mounting screws. Now this also comes with mounting brackets. So we can put we've got some ears, we can stick the ears on it, and off we go. On the rear, single power supply. On the front we have the Ubiquiti logo, obviously with the indicator at the back, the LED indicators, and we have the 8 RJ45 ports. And as you can see, we also have 2 SFP ports. They're SFP1, so they're gigabit, not 10 gigabit. And the reset switch, which is here. The switch is fairly heavy. It's fanless, so it should be quiet. And it's got plenty of ventilation around the switch. Yeah, there's a bit of weight in it. It's completely metal casing, which I'm assuming is for part of the cooling process. I suppose we can take it apart and have a look at that. So let's quickly take the screws out. Go ahead, take the screws out the rear. So one thing to note with this version, the RJ45 ports have the LED indicators on the front, whereas the US-8-60 that I played with, if I recall correctly, those on the top. Let's see if we can take this apart. It's a bit awkward. There we go. So again, the front just slides forward slightly. Okay. So we appear to be off. Yes, we are. So just be careful on the underneath of the switch. There's the connector for the Ubiquiti LED. So just make sure you don't pull that off. It's easy enough to take apart. Literally just connect back on here. So as you can see, it is indeed fanless. It has quite a beefy power supply in it. The heatsink, which is raised high enough to touch the case, so it will be using the case to spread the heat around. Not really much more to look at in that. So we'll go ahead, stick it back together. So on the bottom there's these runners, and as you can see we have some feet here. So I need to put it over the top and then slide it back. Let's go ahead and do that again, plug it back in. Just put that back on. Come on, get him. So we just need to make sure it's lined up properly and that the base is slid back into the front properly. You can go ahead and stick some screws back in that. No, it's easy enough to take apart, stick back together. Put the SFP port protectors back in because we're not going to be using them anyway. And do have to box it back up in a minute and give it back to the client. And the ears to mount to a shelf or something. And it goes that way. So you can screw it onto a shelf, onto a wall, and that's how it mounts. And I have had a look into it. There are full ears and conversions that you can get for this, but it's recommended that you don't put anything on top of it or below it. So it's got plenty of space and ventilation. So the ones that it does come with are literally for mounting to a shelf, to a wall, whichever way you want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and power it up and try and adopt it. Okay, so we've got the network cable plugged into it, and it is an RJ45 cable. It will not power up off PoE. They're PoE out only, not PoE in. Let's go ahead and stick some power into it. And just stick it up a bit so you can see it. So it's booting. I'm going to go ahead and log into our controller. So now the as you can see, the light, it's over this side, is flashing, so we should be able to adopt this shortly. Once we get the link lights coming on, showing that it's booted. As you can see, we have some fancy lights like we always do with the Ubiquiti switches. And now we've got the link light. So any moment we should now be able to adopt that into our controller. Okay, so it's appeared in the controller. As you can see, it's here. So we're going to go ahead and adopt and upgrade. Okay, so we're just provisioning. I'm going to go ahead, give it a few seconds to do that. And as you can see, now we are connected. Again, you have the general overview. You can always see uplinks, downlinks, clients. The ports, so you've got ports 1 to 8 and we've got the SFP port. If we take a look at the ports here. Name, switch profile as usual, all general stuff. Profile overrides, we've got PoE, we can turn it off, we can set it to 24 volt passive, or we can set it to PoE plus. Usual options, switching, mirroring, aggregate for operation of the port. Link speed, port isolation, storm control, LDP med, topology, spanning tree and egress rate limit. Let me just grab this. Bloody phone never stops ringing. Under the config, yeah, this is the same as usual. Alias, LED settings, services, jumbo frame slow control, spanning tree, 802.1x control, SNMP, network, you know, to set the static or DHCP for the IP address. Manage device, it's pretty much as standard from there. That's about it for as far as this video goes for looking at this switch. There's not really much more to look at. Again, like I said, if you'd like to hire us for anything, please head over to our website at sheridan.co.uk. Click on the Hire Us button, fill out the form, we'll get back to you, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.